caught striped bass from shore, in kayaks and rafts, tin boats and center consoles, but never aboard a boat as nice as the Canyon Runner. We linked up with our friend Tom Z of Simrad to demo some of the new electronics while riding in style with Captain Deane and catching a few late-season stripers in the process.
Man, I didn't know you were on the super sled.
Riding in style today, buddy.
Hang with us, we're on an absolutely gorgeous 60-foot Richie Howell, the Canyon Runner. Beautiful boat, we're gonna show it to you. Some fish down along the bottom, huh?
Yeah.
The ice is broken, boys. The other thing that's nice about this, you notice the color on these fish. These fish have been sitting on this sand. You get, it's almost like a white yellow. It's really, you know, the color on these things, because they've been just sitting on here eating now. They'll start to adapt to where they are. Versus some of the holdover fish that we'll get up by us, they're real, much darker. Oh, ho, ho, ho. What were you dropping down there? Tommy Z's hooked up.
A little bit better fish too, yeah. Yeah. Tom took advantage of it, dropped the jig down, and hooked up with still probably an undersized fish, which is beautiful. You know, sea lice on it. Definitely on their way south.
Tommy, I saw you down in the Miami show last year, and I know that a lot of new things coming on with Simrad and Navico. What's the latest and greatest, bud?
Well, we've been real fortunate this year. We've introduced a whole new product line called the NSO Evo 3, which is catered towards the offshore boats and the fishing boats, and it's really taken off well. We put a lot of the screen technology that we put into the Carbon
And that's
series.
hit the market now.
Yes, yeah. Actually, we introduced it at the shows.
In the Miami show.
At the Miami show. And it was a super launch for us.
I thought that was really, you know, simple, easy, but everything on the pass, everything that was red, didn't matter if it was coming towards you, going away. Now with the new radar, anything that's coming at you is yellow, anything that's going away from you turns
Correct.
green, and then anything that's kind of just locked in place is red.
It's red, correct. It's our feature called Velocity Track, which is a new feature we introduced about a year and a half ago into our radar systems, where it was a pay option, right? You had to get an unlock code to get it. This year we decided that it's because it's so neat and innovative that we give it to the world, right?
Yeah.
So now we've got it in there. All you got to do is get an unlock code, call customer service, and now you can get it for free.
Which is smart, because it's just making the boater safety
Correct.
safer out there.
Yeah, it was really nice and innovative when it came out, but now that we saw the success of it, we wanted to give it to all the customers. So you buy our Halo radar, any of our Halos is automatically in there.
It's automatically in there.
Yep.
I've been working with the Canyon Runner organization for 10 years. 5 years ago, I took over as a full-time captain here. My previous 5 years, I've been working as a mate, starting as a second mate, and moving into a co-captain's position, and then I took over as full-time. So the Canyon Runner Group specializes in luxurious overnight fishing charters. We're fishing the canyon, so we're targeting tuna, sharks, marlin, trolling, chunking, and then we also do inshore fishing, so bass trips like we're on now, and then in the springtime we'll also do bass trips, some bottom fish trips, and then we'll do trips to North Carolina, where that's mostly just tuna fishing, and we specialize in the giant bluefin fishery down there, and that's what we really do in the wintertime. We'll do pretty much 60 overnighters on each boat each season, and we'll probably do another 40 days of inshore fishing and then another 40 days of North Carolina fishing. So we're about 180 to 200 days. It's one of the unique things about this organization is that you have 2 boats, you've got a lot of crew members, a couple of captains, and you have a lot of opportunity to fish. Try it here, guys.
So pretty similar to what we were using on the beach yesterday. I mean, it's just it's an A17, which is what I was using with Shell Harris on the beach. Difference is this one doesn't have a teaser tail on it. But whether you're from the boat or the beach, fish are still eating sand eels down here right now. So we want that long, slender profile and just bouncing it along the bottom. I mean, the sand eels are going to hang on the bottom. So you want to have that jig just kind of skipping along down there.
Oh, there we go. There we go. It's funny, it's always on the drop. You don't realize how shallow you are. You start cranking, the next thing you know, it's right there. Not a big fish. Tommy had a nicer fish. They're definitely in here. It's a slow pick right now. You know, very similar to what we were getting on the shore, just a little bit different. These guys are all on sand eels, so all we're trying to do is give them a small profile, bounce it along the bottom, see if we can't mix it in with the rest of the sand eels and just fool one of them. Our bait's a little bit bigger than that, but they're here. It's just a matter of kind of getting on top of that school, seeing if we can't find a little bit more consistent action on a school and stay on it. There we go.
After locating fish with the umbrella rigs, we dropped vertical jigs and everyone on board caught several stripers before we headed to port. It would be the last trip of everyone's striper season, as Captain Deane prepared to drive the Canyon Runner to North Carolina for the winter, and Chris and I returned to Massachusetts, where we'd wait patiently for the stripers to return.
Here at On the Water, we want to bring you the best content possible across all platforms. If you'd like to see more, make sure to follow us on Facebook. Explore our Instagram page for a curated media feed. And subscribe to our expanding YouTube channel for the most up-to-date content only from On the Water.